be my friend. Be my friend, Lord. Be my friend while I'm on this Jesus journey. I need Jesus to be my friend. Mark chapter 16, beginning in verse 14. Mark chapter 16, beginning in verse 14. Verse 15 says, and he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. You may be seated. A couple of days ago, I was talking to a young man, and he had said to me he grew up in church. And so as I began to share with him and talk to him, he turned around and he asked me this question. Just what do I get out of being saved? I thought about it, and I began to deal with it. And I began to realize that there are people who are still going to church that don't know what they get out of being saved. It's not that sensation. My cousin Wash told me, he said, cousin, what you saw here today was what we all grew up with every Sunday at Greater Mount Hermon. I said, I know, because right after I started preaching, I used to come to Greater Mount Hermon. And I know what went on. Folk connected with God. Folk felt God. Folk worshiped God. Folk believed the power of God. I'm going to tell you something about the resurrection. It's a great story. It's a great narrative when you read it. But then when you get in the New Testament and Paul and Peter start talking about the same way that God raised Jesus from the dead, it's the same way He's going to raise you and I from the... Y'all come on in here with me. I need you to understand that resurrection power is not limited to the gospel narrative. In the New Testament, it promises that one of these days, God is coming back. God is going to raise us up. God is going to restore us back. And so when you understand that it's by faith that believing Jesus rose from the dead is essential for your salvation. All of it was designed to give us peace. And John 14:6 says that Jesus is the only way to the Father. And those who deny Jesus also deny the Father. And it's because it's essential that you consider what your response to Jesus will be. I need you to understand that people's minds are so messed up simply because we're not preaching and living the gospel of Jesus Christ. We're not preaching what matters most. We're practicing psychology in these pulpits. But I need you to understand, when you consider your eternal destiny, uncertainty may linger as a mystery, but yet the promise of heaven is still ringing out to us through the abiding teachings of Jesus. His sinless sacrifice and victorious revelation gives us a divine gift. What does a person get out of being saved? Well, in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, Peter affirmed that God doesn't want anybody to perish, but he would rather that they come to repentance and salvation. You see, when you understand that heaven is the destination of the narrow gate traveler, those who have chosen God's grace and mercy beyond what we deserve. You see, salvation is a gift beyond what you deserve. The loving sacrifice of Jesus Christ is more than you deserve. So what do you get when you get saved? Blessed assurance. Jesus is mine. Blessed assurance. Oh, heaven designed. Anybody, you wondering, are you going to come up short? Let me tell you what I know. Serving the Lord will pay off after a while. Serving the Lord will help you. It'll bless you. It'll clean you up. It'll fix you up. It'll put joy bells in your heart. What are you saying? This joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Talk about me, but I'm on the battlefield. Talk about me. I'm staying with the Lord. What did I get? I got Jesus, and he's all that I need. I got Jesus. He made a difference. I was blind. I was on my way to hell at 17. I was on my way to hell. But he loved me enough to say, come here. It's almost as he said it like this. Come here before you hurt yourself some more. He just said, come to me. Former drug dealers, the guys that trained me, told me, they said, boy, what'd you do, fall out the bed and bump your head? But if those guys was alive today, I'd like to tell them I'm standing on 47 years of believing Jesus. I'm still standing on 47 years of trusting the Lord. I'm standing by faith because I know I've been changed. You don't believe me? I know I've been changed. He signed my name. You see, one day I went down to the water, and the water was cold. But can I tell you, even though the water was cold, he saved my soul. He saved my soul. Yes. And I'm going to run on. I'm not ashamed of him. I declare his name. I declare his power. And can I tell you, I want everybody to at least have a chance to know him. To have a chance to know he's a wonder-working God.